Welcome to the final video of our HubSpot Commerce Hub for SaaS series. So far, we've built a complex tiered pricing engine. We've designed a beautiful legal compliant quote template, and we've shown how a sales rep can send this out in a little over a minute. But here's the hard truth. Sending a quote does not equal revenue. Until that signature hits the page, that quote is just a piece of digital paper sitting in an inbox. And if you're not tracking what happens after we send that quote, well, you're just flying blind at that point. Today, I'm going to show you how to build the SaaS quote dashboard. We're going to build 3 specific reports that will tell you which quotes are about to expire, which ones are stuck in approval, and how much actual revenue is sitting on the table right now. My name is Jasper. I'm a certified HubSpot consultant, and let me share my screen and let's dive into the report builder. So this is where we ended off last time. So now we want to go back and we want to go to our dashboards here, because first I want to create the dashboard that we're going to use. So this is going to be our SaaS quote dashboard, and that's where we're going to create a report. So we'll go to our dashboards. As you can see here, still empty right now. So we're going to click on Add Content, Create Report. We're going to use the Custom Report Builder here. And for our first report, we want to use quotes. And then we'll click on Next so we can start assembling our quote. So for this first report, I want to show you in which stage all of our quotes are sitting. To do that, we're gonna start with state, and I'm gonna use the quote progression state because that gives me the most detail here. So we're gonna add that to our x-axis, and then we want to see how many quotes we have in each stage. So we're gonna go to our cone of quotes here, and that's gonna be our y-axis. Right now, I'm not gonna put any date filters on it because this is a demo account and there's not a whole lot of data in here, but at least this way we will see some data. But just know that if you want this report for like a certain time range, we can always add a filter to that right here. And for example, show all of the quotes from like the last 30 days and which stages they are. So here you can see we have our quotes that are sitting in draft right now, the ones that are published, the ones that are published and pending signature, and the ones that have been accepted. So for this report, we'll call it the quote funnel, and I'm going to save this report to our brand new quote dashboard. There we go. So we'll go to our dashboard, and here you can see we have our first report, our quote funnel. I want to put 3 reports next to each other here, so I'm going to do it like this. And one thing to know about reports in HubSpot that's really cool, especially like if you're having a sales meeting, for example, just imagine that you're presenting this to your CFO and they're like, all right, so we have like those 2 accepted quotes, but like which quotes are those? You can be like, just hold on a second, click on it, and you're going to see the exact quotes that are part of that number. So in this case, you can tell them, well, it's those 2 quotes from Waystar Royco that are accepted. And you can do this for any statistic that you can see within the reports here. Now for our next report, we're again going to click Create Report here. I'm going to do a custom report, and this is again going to be a quote report. We're going to click Next. And this is what I call my Monday morning coffee report. So for this one, we're going to start with a filter, and we're going to look at the expiration date. We're going to add that here. And then we're going to say expiration date is less than 14 days from now. So that's step 1. We're going to filter on the quotes that are expiring in less than 14 days. The next thing we want to do is we're going to again look at the status. I'm going to take the progression status again, and I'm going to filter here to any of, let's see, published and published pending signature, published sent, published viewed, viewed and pending signature. Those are the ones that I want for now. So we're going to add that filter as well. And then we're going to go for a table report. And then in that table, we want to show the deal name. We also want to show owner. We want to show the amount. And then, of course, the expiration date. So now we have our report here. Let me make one change here. So this I want daily instead of monthly. So that makes our second report. We now know which quotes are expiring in the next 2 weeks, and this quote is actually expiring really soon now. So we'll name this report Expiring Soon, and we're going to save that as well. All right, so now we have 2 reports on our dashboard here. Since we do need a little bit more room, I'm just going to keep the reports a little bit bigger like this. So this is already a good overview for sales to see where their quotes are at. Now for the last report that I want to create, I want to show the product performance. So in this case, we're again going to create a report, but this time it's not going to be a quote report, but it's going to be a line items report, and we'll add quotes as an additional data source. So here we're going to add quotes. I'm going to click on next. And for this one, I just want to show a number. So we're going to choose KPI here. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to look at the product name, or the line item name better, and we're going to filter on the product that we created in this series. We'll do contains any of, that will make it a little bit easier, and we'll say data flow stream. All right, so now it's going to filter on just the line item data flow stream. Now, the next thing is, what do we want to show in this KPI? So we can do a couple of things here. We'll again add a filter, quote, progression status. So for example, if you want to see the revenue just for this data flow line item, we can say right here, accepted. We apply this. So now it will make the sum of the accepted line items, and we want to do the total contract value. So we'll add that to values here. And now we'll see we get the total contract value for any quotes that are in the progression status accepted, where the line item is data flow stream. So this is only for the data flow stream part. So if you want to check which items it's actually counting in this case, we can just click on the number, just as we did in the previous report, and we will see the exact line items that are part of this calculation. So right now it makes sense, since we filtered on data flow stream, that both the onboarding and the API usage are part of it. Now let's say that we want to know just the onboarding. We can close this and we'll say name contains any of onboarding. Now when we apply this, you will see that it's just the contract value for the onboarding on those quotes that have been accepted. And we can do the same thing for our API usage. Let me see if I have the correct name here. Here we go. So now we have that report for the API usage. So we'll just save this report and we'll name this report Data Flow API Sales. We'll save this report, add it to our SaaS quote dashboard. And this one we can obviously make a little bit smaller since it's just a number. And that's it. We have our very basic quote dashboard in this case. Obviously, you want to customize this for your business. If you need any help with that, just let me know. You'll find a link down in the description for that. And this will give you a good overview of how your quotes are performing. You can also do things as like see how certain quote templates are performing as well. And this way you can optimize your quote templates based on which ones are performing best. So you can take ideas from your best performers to improve the quotes that maybe are not performing as well. And there you have it. We basically went from a blank portal to a fully functional SaaS quoting machine. We killed the spreadsheets, we automated legal compliance. Again, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Yes, we sped up the sales team, and now we have the reporting to back it all up. If you followed along with this series, I'm sure you're already ahead of 90% of the HubSpot customers out there. If you want the SOPs, the checklists, and the detailed breakdown of our data flow product that we did in this series, make sure to subscribe to my newsletter, HubSpot Excellence. We'll find a link in the description to do that. It's free, it's high level, and it's where I share the stuff that doesn't make it into YouTube. Thanks for watching this series. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel so YouTube learns that this is a valuable B2B channel, and I'll see you in the next deep dive.